I fell for you like a child. Oh, and the river went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. Yeah, that was just a quick shout out for a guy I never gave a shout out. He's still a bit sore. He's a bit, but yeah. So this shout. He's a good lad. He's a good mate. Slightly elusive, a bit of a cunt at the same time, but he's a good lad. Things I'm not sure if I want to share his Twitter as a bit of a cunt, but I will. I'll put his Twitter in down below and just go and say hi. He's a bit of a fanboy about stuff like Gran Turismo. Slightly deluded, but still a good lad. And yeah, so go and see him. This is Nigel. I've mentioned him a few times, it's never good enough, so I've done it again as the man in black. What more can you ask for? Anyway, other than that, he has helped me through a shit ton. I mean, it's my YouTube, same as my personality is up and down, up and down. He keeps me on the straight and narrow. He tells me how it is, and I like that. It's because I'm the same. I tell anyone how it is, but you don't get so many people like that in the world. I appreciate that, but you don't often get it, and I like someone to, say, sit the fuck down, chill out. It's just good, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's good to have that. So yeah, he's a good lad. So go in there and follow him. But anyway, this video, as you can see by the title, I'm talking about my favourite console in memory of all time. Now, it's different than your favourite console of all time. It's completely different. I mean, well, it ain't completely different. It's probably got some similarities in there, but it's my favourite console memory isn't my favourite console. But as I'll get talking, it almost sound like it is. It has got similarities, I will say. But it's not my favourite console of all time, just favourite memory. But anyway, yeah. So I'm going to take you back to probably Christmas 1996, I think. I think it was 96 or 97. No. I came from a poor family to get it in the first year. The second year I got it, which was still amazing because we didn't have tons. We scraped by and I still managed to get a great console, so my dad did really well to do that. But anyway, yeah, so it would have been 8 or 9. Playing a NES and a Mega Drive all my life, 2D graphics, there's some great 2D graphics, and I see a game case about 6 months before Christmas. It's Turok. It's the Velociraptor and Turok here with his knife. And seeing that, I knew that the game graphics wouldn't be that, but just the box art, it almost looks like it was. And turning it over, the graphics were almost as good as the box art. And back then, the box art, you look at it now, the graphics are shite. But the box arts back then, it looked like fucking Jurassic Park to me. And the graphics were almost as good. Far off, I know, but as a kid and as seeing that for the first time, you do. And yeah, I'm talking about the N64. I was crazy on dinosaurs. I saw Turok. I wanted to walk around with dinosaurs in 3D, shoot them. I like shooting games. Shooting games I always had them. So I said to my dad, I said, hey, can I have the 64 for Christmas? He said, yeah. So Santa brought me it, as Santa does. And I got, I believe, Turok for it. That was my first ever game. Obviously the console was tons, so we'd want to like these days where you can buy a console and a few games. The N64 came out, it was close to £500, so you couldn't afford to get someone your games as well unless say you was a fucking millionaire. So I got Turok and I played that to death. But anyway, I'm jumping ahead a bit. So I put Turok in the first time. It's a 3D world. I didn't play Super Mario 64 first, I played Turok first. Things as a kid, I used the 2D games, I tried it. I couldn't do it, I couldn't even walk, I was too... It was doing two things for one movement I couldn't do. I couldn't multitask. It's brand new, 3D game. I didn't have a clue, and I wasn't old enough to grasp it as fast, if you know what I mean. I wasn't, but my dad had to go. And if you remember the first part of Turok, I mean, I'm going back a lot of years, I know, and it's the opening of it. It starts off and you're in the first level, then it's a rainforest, and you hear the monkeys crying and stuff. You hear dinosaurs running in the background. And the first thing all you do is walk a little bit and a bridge comes. I mean, it's a fairly thick bridge, but it's a dead thick. You can fall off it. It's into the water below, which was amazing. Go swimming in 3D water. But anyway, so you had to walk across the bridge. It took me, this isn't exaggerated, it took me 3 hours to get across that bridge, because every time I moved the analog stick, can press walk, I was walking in the direction I was looking, and I couldn't keep it straight. I kept just falling off or something. So my dad did it first, and then he slowly had a few whiskies, and I kept trying, and I did it. And I mean, it was really hard. But the point of is that it was difficult to come into 3D first, as it was brand new. Nothing like it before. In like from the 64, games have just gradually looked better and got to better, like say, mechanics. 3D was brand new. It was brand new. It's the analog stick, brand new. So going from 2D to that was a massive change. It's almost as big as, well, I'll say it's about the same, if not, I'd say about the same as going into VR now. It was like if you're a young person, you just tried VR and you're going, oh, that's completely different, it's crazy, it's a surreal experience, I feel sick, I feel all this. You know, 3D didn't have the effects of nausea, but the change of environment was crazy. And I mean, I just was completely out of my depth. These blokes coming at me, shooting them in the throat and blood spurting out. You've never seen anything like it in your life. It was mental. But yeah, it was fucking fantastic. I mean, it looked real. Water, as I said before, you fell into it and you could just swim. Yeah, swim in 3D water. It's some games these days to come out and it's like, actually, you can't go in water, so there's going to be an invisible wall to stop you from falling into water, as we don't want you to see that you can't actually swim in the game mechanics. 1996, Turok 3D World, kind of an open yet linear design, going through like an open but linear track. It still had water if you just swim in it. It was astonishing. I mean, groundbreaking is too small a word. And yeah, since then I played games on N64 and it was just a wow experience. It was like, look at those graphics, Super Mario, like, that's cool, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, fucking amazing. The N64 shocked me more than any other console. The only thing that started shocking me as much as that did is the VR these days. But other than that, it's just been a better 64 with better games and stuff like that. But from Perfect Dark, from Turok 2, from GoldenEye, all the others fantastic games on the N64. Back as when in my personal opinion, Nintendo was good. Turok stood out to the most because it was the first game I ever played. And if you haven't played Turok, I'd love for someone to do this and respond to me. It's doubtful, as I've only got a very small audience, and chance of someone being asked to do it is. But someone who hasn't played it before, like someone who came born after that, or someone who's just never played it, I'd love for them. I'd love for a person who's only played like 360 games onwards, PS3 onwards, to go back to that and play it and go, actually, this is fairly playable, because I've played it in the recent years on the N64 and I can tell you so much, it is still playable and it is still fun to play. It's a first person shooter, the controls compared to like the Call of Duty era slash Halo era controls, they're a bit more rigid and a bit harder to use, but they're still smooth and still playable. They're not like a D-pad awkward, and the graphics, they're still pretty good. The thing is, I could show it and say to this person, this came out before you was born, or this came out this says when you was a kid. Look at it. Tell me if it's that bad now. It's put a slightly new textures in 1080p. The game would be alright still, I'm telling you. But yeah, that's the best console in memory in my personal opinion. It shocked me the most. It stuck with me the most. The first time I put the PSVR on and tried VR, I was smirking from ear to ear, and it was the first time I've had a truly brand new experience barring the time I tried Turok. And Turok and the N64 is never going to leave me, because it's first time into 3D. Like I said, all the other games that have come out, the games have got better. They got better textures, graphics, frame rates, everything, resolutions. But there's still an evolution on what Turok was, and Turok, being one of the first, was just groundbreaking to me. Astonishing. Truly, truly astonishing. Now, that's enough of me rambling. Tell me what your favourite memories. Do a video response if you like to. Do it in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much. Yeah!